Walk down almost any major New York street, say Fifth Avenue near Trump Tower, or Madison Avenue from Midtown to the Upper East Side. Perhaps venture down Canal Street, or into the West Village around Bleecker, and some of the most expensive retail areas in the world are blitzed with vacant storefronts. The famed Lincoln Plaza Cinemas on the Upper West Side announced earlier this week that it is closing next month. A blow to the city's cinephiles, certainly, but also a sign of the effects that rapid gentrification, coupled with technological innovation, are having on the city. Over the past several years, thousands of small retailers have closed, replaced by national chains. When they, too, fail, the stores lie vacant, and landlords, often institutional investors, are unwilling to drop rents. A recent survey by New York Council member Helen Rosenthal found 12% of stores on one stretch of the Upper West Side is unoccupied and for lease. The picture is repeated nationally. In October, the U.S. surpassed the previous record for store closings, set after the 2008 financial crisis. The common refrain is that the devastation is the product of a profound shift in consumption to online, with Amazon frequently identified as the leading culprit. But this is maybe an oversimplification. It's not Amazon, it's rent, says Jeremiah Moss, author of the website and book Vanishing New York. Over the decades, small businesses weathered the New York of the '70s with it near bankruptcy and high crime. Businesses could survive the internet, but they need a reasonable rent to do that. Part of the problem is the changing makeup of New York landlords. Many are no longer mom-and-pop operations, but institutional investors and hedge funds that are unwilling to drop rents to match retail conditions. They are running small businesses out of the city and replacing them with chain stores and temporary luxury businesses, says Moss. In addition, he says, banks will devalue a property if it's occupied by a small business, and increase it for a chain store. There's benefit to waiting for chain stores. If you are a hedge fund manager running a portfolio, you leave it empty and take a write-off. New York is famously a city of what author E.B. White called tiny neighborhood units in his classic 1949 essay Here is New York. White observed that many a New Yorker spends a lifetime within the confines of an area smaller than a country village. In Vanishing New York, Moss writes of the toll the evisceration of distinct neighborhoods through real estate overpricing has on the city. It's homogazing and changing the character of the city, he says. Even where landlords are offering competitive leases, they are often for 2 or 5 years, not the customary 10. We're seeing more stores front emptying, and we're seeing a lot of turnover where you see spaces fill temporarily and then empty. And it's continuing to get worse, he says. In business terms, the crisis in commercial real estate has led to a wave of consolidations. Earlier this month, France's Ubale-Rodamco and Australia's Westfield agreed to merge in a deal worth $24.7 billion to form the world's second biggest owner of shopping malls, including Manhattan's Brookfield Place.